Hey guys, it's part 2 of the Paranormal series. I have my sister here, because today we're going to be talking about my grandparents' house.
Wow.
And we both have had a lot of shit happen there.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, some shit. So, I think the first thing that happened to me, I was probably like 5 years old, Cindy wasn't born yet. My dad and my mom had recently gotten divorced, so I was living with my grandparents. My mom was living there too, just till we got our feet in the right direction. And then, but we had recently gone to the Grand Canyon.
What? Really?
Yeah, this happened. And I went to bed. This is your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guest bedroom.
I'm terrified of that room. I used to never sleep in there. But this is why. So I had that room and I went to bed and I couldn't sleep. And I remember I was looking at the wall because I felt weird. And a green cowboy came out of the fucking wall at me, and I ran out and darted and told my mom and shit. So that was like the first thing, but they were like, oh, you're just a kid with a vivid imagination.
Stupid kid.
Yeah, fucking kids. Alright, so the second thing is, I don't know, the house is kind of big. Hello, A. The house is kind of big. So like my grandparents' bedroom, the living room, the kitchen are all on this side of the house, and then there's like another living room, the glass door, Arcadia door.
Yes.
And then the table, and then our bedrooms. So there's like the bathroom, my bedroom, Sydney's bedroom. All right. That side of the house, past the kitchen, always felt fucking weird. Like I hated sitting in that living room at night alone.
Yeah.
Because you always feel like someone's watching you through those fucking window doors.
Yeah.
And so I remember I had a sleepover. And it was me and my friend Hannah and this other girl, Leah, who was like a foreign exchange student. And Leah went right the fuck to bed. She just fell asleep on my floor. But me and Hannah were up all fucking night because we were freaked out because we could hear something walking in my fucking room. So we left my room, sat in the living room, and then the computer chair fucking turned all the way around to face us. And we were like, fuck this shit. So we went and sat in the bathroom in the bathtub. And we sat there like for a good 2 hours until we finally mustered up the courage to go back into my bedroom. And then we sat in my bed together and watched Degrassi Junior High until we fucking passed out. And Hannah literally passed out on the end of my bed like a cat. And Leah, that whole night we were making no sound. We have headphones in, so we knew she couldn't hear us. We were on a very low volume, like we could barely hear it. Mm-hmm. And Leah kept being like, guys, shut up. And we're like, we were literally not talking. And she was like, you guys are being so loud. And we're like, what are you talking about? Like, no one's talking. But obviously she was hearing something. But anyway, after that, it's what happened to you.
Okay, so I was like in middle school, and I was spending the night at my grandma's because like Gmail rocks. So I was like, like in my bedroom, like on the other side of the house, so my grandparents can't like, they're not like, oh, don't stay up too late because they're all the way on the other side. So I was like up at like 2 a.m. on my freaking iPad or whatnot, and I went to go get some goldfish and like snack out. And so it's always scary though to go from the bedrooms to just the kitchen, because that walk is just like always terrifying at night.
I used to run
because I always think there's something like hiding like in the back corner by like the TV and the leather chair and all that. I always think there's something like hiding there. So I ran, got my snacks with my little like flash on, and then I was like, okay, whatever, it's chill. And I was walking back like down from like the little hallway to my bedroom. I heard footsteps, like just a light, and then I kind of stopped and I was like,
and you said you could feel them too.
Yeah.
I remember because you demonstrated it by having me stand where you were, and you ran up behind me like, and you're like, that's exactly what I felt and heard. And I'm like, that's freaky. And the weird thing is that you don't believe in a lot of paranormal stuff.
I do.
Well, you do, but at the time you didn't.
Yeah, at the time I was like, oh, that's smart. So like, But yeah, so like after I heard the little pitter patter, I kind of stopped, and then I just felt like the like running up behind me, like someone was about to like charge at me and like knock me over. And so once I started hearing that, and I could like feel the vibrations like on the carpet and shit, I like fucking booked it to my room, slammed that door behind me, and locked it, and I was like freaking the fuck.
And I remember you told me the next morning, and we used to go get snacks together and fucking run back to our room.
I know. I'd be like, Bridget, I need to go to the bathroom. Can you go with me? And you'd be like, yeah.
But so there was another time. I don't know if you know this, but I was laying in bed, and when I was laying in bed, I was like about to fall asleep, and then in my ear, I could feel the heat on my ear from this. Something growled in my fucking ear, and I could feel it. I could feel the breath, and it was just like, and I was like, whoa! And I woke the fuck up. And I had a Reptar-Doll, and I thought it was a Reptar-Doll, so I kept squeezing the Reptar-Doll to see if it would make noise, and it didn't, so I threw that shit out. But I was, like, freaked out. And then Grandma brought home that freaking Ouija board.
From Goodwill.
No, from, like, a garage sale.
Oh. And she thought, like, because it said it was a fun game.
I'll see y'all later.
Bye. So she brought home this Ouija board, and I didn't even fucking open it.
Wow, you guys are recording.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't even, that's Carson. I didn't even open it. But, like, the whole time I had it in my room until I got rid of it, the lights in my room would turn on and off while I was sleeping. Or trying to sleep. So I slept with the lights on for, like, a good month.
Yeah.
Until we got rid of that. But that shit doesn't happen because I'm not living there anymore. Have you had anything since?
Just sometimes, like, I don't like to leave my door cracked. Because sometimes I see shadows, like, lately at night, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm tired and I'm, like, just been on my, like, computer or my phone for too long, and I'm just seeing stuff. Or, like, if I'm actually seeing shadows. But sometimes my door kind of, like, sways. But I don't know if that... Well, usually the AC isn't on when that happens. So that's a little weird.
Remember how I used to have, like, the beaded curtains?
Yeah,
the fucking beaded curtains used to move in the middle of the night. And I could hear them. And I remember right after Brianna died. Right after Brianna died, I heard her in my hallway. And she was like, Bridget. And then I woke the fuck up. Or I was, like, about to fall asleep. And I was like, what the fuck? That freaked me out, too. Like, something was trying to call me out of my room using her voice.
And sometimes, like, when I'm just, like, chilling in the living room, like, midday, I hear someone call my name. Even when I'm, like, home alone. And, like, Grandpa and Grandma are, like, garage sailing and stuff.
When
I hear people call my name.
When I used to be home alone, like, there was points in times where I would get so freaked out by just, like, feeling like something was watching me that I would lock myself in my room and hide in the closet. Because I thought there was either, like, a fucking intruder or, like, something was in the fucking house, because that's what it always felt like. That Grandma and Grandpa's house is, like, freaky. And then Grandma and Grandpa are such deep sleepers. Like, you can scream in the middle of the night and they don't fucking wake up. Like, I used to hear shit all the time, like, scratching on my window.
Yeah.
And I would run into Grandma and Grandpa's room because they had to run past that door and then run through the kitchen. And there's so many windows in this house. So I used to run and then try to wake them up, but they didn't fucking wake up. Ever. You know?
Jeez. The night you graduated, me and Lindsay walked back home because it was too hot to sit in those bleachers, and we were like, nah, screw that. So we were walking home, and we were home by ourselves while Grandma and Grandpa and Mom were at your graduation. And while we were there, we heard shit like scratching and stuff like on the door, like in my bedroom. And me and Lindsay started like freaking out, and Lindsay's like all ADHD and shit, so she was like freaking out and getting super paranoid, and we kept hearing that. And then so I opened the door to look because I was like, whatever, like it's nothing. I'm sure we're just freaking
Yeah, because at the time you didn't believe.
Yeah, and then like we were looking around and stuff, and like we heard like a loud like crashing noise coming from Grandma and Grandpa's bedroom. So Lindsay and I booked it to my bedroom and stuff. And then like after like freaking ourselves out for like another 15 minutes, like I went and grabbed a knife because I honestly thought someone was in the house. And so we went to Grandma and Grandpa's room, and I looked everywhere, and there was nothing there. And nothing, like, fell down to make that noise. But that noise was, like, fucking terrifying. It sounded like her fucking, like, vanity mirror crashed.
And that house was so loud at night.
Yeah.
Not in Grandma and Grandpa's room. Not on
In
that side of the
our
house. On our side of the house. It would be so fucking loud at night.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, you could hear, like, they latched. They had, like, 3 latches on the storage shed, and you could hear it banging in the middle of the night.
My room is right next to the fucking storage shed, and whenever it's windy, it sounds like it's getting, like, blown apart or something, and it just crashes and crashes and crashes.
Even
right
when
by
it's
my
not
window.
windy.
Yeah, you can just hear it like someone's, like, trying to open it or something.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
And, like, I don't know, I always have this, like, vision of someone in the backyard looking in.
Yeah, from my window, I'm so glad I got those blinds, because before those blinds, it was so scary because I always felt like I can't see out, but someone can see in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always felt like someone was standing over the hedges looking, or like Tycho or something like that. I always felt like Tycho was fucking watching me, and I was like, gotta go, dude, gotta leave.
What I think happened, which is kind of weird, is when we lived there and I was little and the Green Cowboy thing happened or whatever, Mom had those fucking tarot cards and all that fucking crap, you know? And then I started getting into that in high school, and that's when stuff started happening in that house again. So I think we brought something in with all that bullshit that we had, because I had, like, tarot cards, I had all those Wicca books, you know, and I was trying to fuck with that shit, and I think that that was bad, and I should have never done that.
Yeah.
Because that shit, like, I don't know, something got opened up in that house, and there's something in that house, and it's not like a good ghost, because I don't believe that there's good ghosts. I think that that's bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, because why would a dead person try to contact us?
Oh, what if it's like someone who just hasn't moved on, you know, and they're just lost?
I mean, you could say that, but, like, why would a dead person try to make contact with us unless they have intentions?
Well, yeah, well, they're good intentions.
I know,
like, to
but
help.
something scratching at the door, or, like, purposely keeping you up at night, or, like, using a dead person's voice to, like, call you out, like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But Grandma's house is, like, creepy, and it's not weird when you're around Grandma and Grandpa, but, like,
by yourself.
when you're by yourself, or when you're there with just Mom, shit gets fucking real, especially when other people come over.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when I had Hannah over, or when I would have friends over, like, staying the night, like, weird shit would fucking happen. I wouldn't be able to fucking sleep.
I hate it because whenever I have sleepovers there, like, even with one person, Grandma and Grandpa force us to sleep in that living room by our bedrooms, and I hate it with those doors.
I used to go
Terrifying.
and cover those windows with a sheet.
Really?
Yeah. Like, one of the sheets from the linen closet, because I just couldn't fucking do it. It's too creepy.
Yeah. Because anyone could just be there. Like, anyone could be in our backyard, honestly, at any time.
And you can't see out.
Yeah, and it's like someone can easily look in all the time, though.
Yeah. So, Grandma and Grandpa's house is creepy. That's probably my second story, and it's second on the creepy scale.
What's number 1?
That's to come.
Wow.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. My links, Sydney's links, will be down in the description. Tell us what you think might have been going on in that house. And let me know what you think of this series. Alright, guys. Bye.